Do you remember him, Sean Grayson, a former Illinois sheriff's deputy? Well, he's been convicted of second-degree murder, murdering Sonya Massey. Now, he was initially charged with first-degree murder, but jury instructions gave the jury the option to convict him of second-degree murder, which they did. Now, body camera footage was essential in this case, and there are no words for what actually took place. Sonya Massey called 911 because she suspected a prowler was outside her house, but what happened next was absolutely shocking. So the officers entered her home and they were looking for any prowlers. They couldn't find anybody. Massey had a pot of boiling water on the stove and she was moving it over to the sink, at which point Grayson told her to drop the water. Massey said, "I will rebuke you in the name of Jesus," at which point his whole demeanor changed and he kept repeatedly telling her to drop the water and threatening her, and then he killed her and shot her. And Grayson's former partner, Deputy Dawson Farley, testified that he was not scared by any of Massey's actions. He said he drew his weapon because he was trying to back my partner. In closing arguments, the defense pointed out that Farley amended his police report after Grayson was charged with first-degree murder, arguing Farley lied and changed his account. Grayson testified in his own defense and said that when Massey said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," he thought that she was going to throw boiling water on him. But still, is that any reason for you to shoot somebody? In closing arguments, the prosecution said the last thing that Sonya Massey said was, "I'm sorry." So heartbreaking. Before the defendant murdered her, just like he said he would. He wants you to believe he was scared, but you don't have to believe that because it's not true. Rogers argued that Grayson did not get to claim self-defense justified his shooting because he provoked the use of force himself. Sonya Massey's father said that Grayson was cocky throughout the whole trial up until he was convicted. He faces 4 to 20 years in prison under state law for his conviction of second-degree murder, but he could be eligible for good credit for his behavior in prison. And let's take a moment to remember Sonya Massey, whose life was taken so unnecessarily, so violently, and so abruptly. You deserved the world. You deserved a whole lot better than you received. But hopefully this is a semblance of justice. Rest in peace.